Imagine a young boy who stares at superhero posters every night. Slowly, without being told, he begins to stand taller, puff his chest, mimic their stances. Their strength becomes his aspiration. Their image is mirror. Now, picture another child raised on the daily side of violence, scarcity, or chaos. Over time, our imagination contracts, our sense of safety erodes, and the world begins to feel small, unkind, and unpredictable. I remember growing up captivated by a particular actress. I adored everything about her expressions, her elegance, even the way she moved her hands, the way she gesticulated. Without realizing it, I started copying her mannerisms. People began to say, "You remind me of how you look like this person." And at first, I felt seen. But as I grew older, I realized that I had started becoming someone else, not by intention, but by vision. I wasn't trying to imitate, I was simply always watching. Whatever you gaze at repeatedly, you begin to internalize. The eyes are like a lens. What you focus on is what gets developed. They are open windows, leave them unguarded, and the storm sneaks in. They do not just reflect the outside world, they rebuild your inside world. So, what you behold consistently, you slowly become. Not all influence is loud, sometimes it is as quiet as watching. Now, going to the years, the gate of agreement. Words are like wind, invisible but they shape everything. Picture a girl growing up, hearing you're too much. You will never succeed. You talk too much. She doesn't argue, she absorbs. Years later, those phrases echo her self doubt. In contrast, think of someone who listens to scripture, wisdom, or music, deep soaking worship, and how the atmosphere shifts. The ears are not just passive receivers, they are soils. Every voice is a seed, and repeated sounds grow into belief systems. The ears are also mirrors. They reflect what you've allowed in, but more importantly, they align with what you silently agreed with. To guard your ears is to protect your belief blueprint. The mouth, the gate of creation, what to build or to destroy. A man speaks daily of scarcity. There is never enough. I will never make it. Without knowing is digging trenches with his tongue. Another speaks blessing over his life, even when circumstances say otherwise. And slowly, it shifts the atmosphere. His mind, the atmosphere in his mind. The mouth is more than a means of communication. It is an altar. What you release from it carries life or death. It is the gate where thought becomes declaration and where emotion gets power. Like a paintbrush, the mouth adds color to your word. The question is, are you speaking in charcoal or in gold? Moving to the nostrils, the gate of atmosphere. Scent is the most emotional of the senses. One inhale of an old perfume, and you're back in your mother's arms. A whiff of hospital antiseptic, and anxiety flirting. The nostrils are the most silent of the gates, but they carry profound spiritual and emotional weight. Inhale smoke, and your body prepares either for fight or for flight. Inhale lavender or frankincense, and peace settles in. Breath itself is sacred. The first act of humanity was inhaling the breath of God. So when you walk into a room, ask, what are you breathing in? What spiritual or emotional air are you allowing to settle in your lungs? The heart, the gate within the gate. All roads lead here. Everything that enters through the eyes, ears, mouth, and nostrils eventually reports to the heart. And from the heart, life flows. The heart is not the first gate, it is the final container, the keeper of memory, emotion, and identity. What the gate allow in, the heart stores. And what the heart stores eventually shapes the path of your life. That is why it is written above all else, guard your heart. Because the gates do not just influence, they determine.